Man, I wish you were here right now. Our God is a God of new beginnings. So take a deep breath. Let go of yesterday. It's gone forever. Embrace this day because it is God's gift to you. Lift up your heart and we'll learn together how to find God in all places and all times. And we can do that right now today really easily for me because the sun has just come up and is the gift of another day. And that experience of seeing the sun come up and darkness, chaos being banished, never ceased to stun and amaze people in the ancient world. And really, it shouldn't ever cease to amaze you or me. So what I want to talk to you about for these few moments today is your IQ. No, not that IQ. Actually, your idolatry quotient. And that other IQ is one of the idols that we can start to follow. We're learning about God in life through the book of Genesis. And we come now to the fourth day. What happens in those early days of Genesis, people sometimes wonder, were they like 24-hour literal days? Were they long eons of time? And most folks who study Genesis would say it's actually neither one, that they were more like literary images. They were like panels or paintings that would sketch out primary themes. So they're teaching us literal, spiritual, theological reality. And in the first 3 days, God is creating habitats. God is forming the universe so that we can live in it. So the first day separates light from darkness. He invents time. In the second day, he separates the sky from the earth below. And he invents weather, then rain can come. On the third day, he separates the dry land from the lakes and oceans, and plants can begin to come up. And so he's inventing agriculture. Now we come to the fourth day. The days 4, 5, and 6, God is going to bring inhabitants to dwell in the spheres that he worked on the first 3 days. So first day separates light from darkness. Now on the fourth day, he's going to fill that up. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light to the earth." And it was so. God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light to the earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. Now, one of the things that you will notice here, one of the things that indicates to us that the point of Genesis is not science as we think about it, is that this is now the fourth day. There have already been 3 days, but the sun doesn't show up until day number 4. Now, people in the ancient world were weird, but people in our world are weird. People have always been weird. People in the ancient world were not stupid, and they were fully aware of the fact that you cannot have a day without having the sun. There is a reason why the sun doesn't show up here until the fourth day, and the reason is this. In the ancient world, people were so amazed by the sun and the moon and the stars and by their motions. The planets were travelers. It's part of how they got their name. They loved motion. And so they were very tempted to ascribe divine status to the sun and the moon and the stars. The Babylonians back in ancient Israel's day were actually the first great astrological culture. A lot of modern Western astrology comes from Babylon's, and they would look at and chart the course of the stars and the sun and the moon and the planets. And as you know, there'll be certain gods like Apollos, the god of the sun, or Diana, the goddess of the moon, or Iris, the goddess of the rainbow, that are associated with them. And the writer of Genesis is saying, no, 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 no. The basic distinction that needs to be made, that runs through everything, is the distinction between the creator and creation. And so the sun and the moon and the stars don't even get up to show up until the fourth day. What the writer of Genesis is doing is quite literally putting them in their place. So you will notice when he goes through there, he doesn't even name the sun by name. Just calls it the greater light to govern the day. Doesn't even give the moon the dignity of being named by name. Just the lesser light governs the night. And then I love this. He also made the stars. Again, in the ancient world, they often believed that the motion of the stars was the way by which the intentions and the actions of the gods would be revealed to humanity. And the writer of Genesis is saying, no, this fundamental distinction now, which would go to Israel and then comes to you and me today, is that between the great and good creator, our God, and all of his creation. And Paul says in the book of Romans that the problem with humanity is that we exchanged the truth for a lie and worshiped the creation, created things, rather than the creator. So you have these fabulous statements in, for example, Isaiah chapter 40 is a wonderful chapter where God says, to whom will you compare me? Or who is my equal, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each one of them by name. Because of his great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. And then in Isaiah, it goes on to make this wonderful promise. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary. That's you today. And increases power for the weak. That's me today. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall, but they that wait, that hope, that trust in the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles. Or someday maybe you can't do that, but then Isaiah says they shall run and not go weary. And maybe today you can't even run. They will walk and not be faint. So the invitation today is let go of your idol. Calvin said that the human heart is an idol factory. Now, we might consider ourselves quite superior to the ancient because we don't worship wooden statues like we think of them doing. We don't, for the most part, worship the sun or the moon or the stars. But there are other idols that we worship. And so you might just stop to think of one. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's reputation. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's family. There's a character in the Bible, Eli, and he had two sons that were very wicked, that sexually assaulted women at the tabernacle, at the holy place, that exploited religion for money. And although Eli chides them a little bit, he is not willing to take the actions that needed to be taken to confront his family with truth. It's possible for my family to become an idol. And the problem with idolatry is, Dallas Willard said, is it a mistake at the worldview level? It does not work. Creation is not able to pay off. Astrology was not. I remember reading a while ago about a psychic who sued a Major League Baseball team because she said when she went through the electronic security devices, it impaired her psychic ability. And she sued them, I think, for $86,000. Now, if she was psychic, shouldn't she have known before she walked through the equipment what it was going to do? The problem with idolatry is that that little idol that I wrap my heart around does not work. So instead today, dethrone the idol. No idols today. And you might just try saying this sentence all through the day. God is here. Today, God is here. As I look at the sun coming over the hill, As I look up at the sky, as I see the stars and the moon, I remember somebody created those. God is here. When something good happens, when I hear the sound of the birds singing, when I see the face of a friend, when I taste food and I remember there's lots of people that don't have anything to eat today, God is here. God is here. When it's difficult, when somebody in my office or neighbors are quarreling and that sound assaults me, or somebody throws trash out of a car and I see that, or I get a bill that I didn't want, or bad news, God is here. God is here. God is here. Just that simple today. Instead of devoting my life to an idols, I dethrone them today. Reputation, not today. People pleasing, not today. Security and safety, not today. Pleasure, lust, not today. Today, God is here, God is here, God is here. End of teaching. Beginning of your day with God.
Thanks for joining us. My name is Tim. I'm a part of the team here at Become New. If you'd like to receive the emails that go along with each video, you can let us know at becomenew.com/subscribe. Or if you'd like to receive a text alert whenever we release a new video, you can text the word BECOME to the number 855-888-0444. If you have a prayer request, please let us know. You can text that request to that same number, 855-888-0444. There's a group of us who meet every day to pray over those requests. So we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.